was. Ah! Why does this stop burning? Oh, oh fuck. Oh. Fair warning before I start, there's going to be a lot of sexual talk going on in this. It's a full erotic fanfic. There's going to be lots of liquid and body bits, and if you really don't want to hear that, this isn't the video for you. But if you're around for that, come be a degenerate. Straddling Gladio's hips with his knees, Noctis rested his hands onto Gladio's broad shoulders. When he sat on the bigger man's lap, he then draped his toned arms around Gladio's collar so casually, he arched his back too, sticking his butt out. Actually apologising for once. That's kind of funny, he snickered. He hated being topless around other people, usually. That helped my bad back problem, he groaned after the yawn. Taking the shirt from Noctis's hand, Gladio tossed it onto the floor near their bag so it could be easily found next time. I need you. That's it. Just you, Gladio whispered. That's tasty. Enveloping his toned arms around Gladio's collar another time, Noctis melded his lips with Gladio's and refused to pull back. A tent rose in his pants at the same time, becoming noticeable as it gently brushed up against Gladio's abdomen. When Noctis pulled back for a moment, he gently bit onto Gladio's bottom lip. Yeah, same here. Why else do you think I wanted to stay here for another night? Well, it's better than camping for a start. Hard to maintain privacy when we're camping, yeah, Gladio smirked and flicked a finger against the tent pitching in Noctis's pants. Slipping down from the edge of the bed, Noctis dropped to his knees in a heartbeat. Hands gripped onto the soft material of those boxer briefs, soon yanking them down to expose Gladio's meat. Moving up a hand, Noctis gripped onto the base of the cock. Noctis leaned in to lick the mushroom tip, refusing eye contact in the process. Yeah, I prefer sharing a bed with you instead. When we're out camping, I can't suck you off without Iggy or Prompto getting in the way. Good thing privacy exists here. He could only take half of the cock into his mouth, however, as Gladio's manhood now started to glisten with Noctis's spit. Closing his eyes, Noctis started to bob his head backwards and then forth like a good boy. Out the side, Gladio bit onto his lower lip, eagerly pushing a few more inches into Noctis's warm mouth. His grip on the prince's head became tighter, and Gladio tried his best to get his lover to take it all. Come on, Noct, we practice this. You can handle it. Gladio narrowed his amber eyes, then let out a groan as the smaller man started to bob his head back and forth, pumping his hips slowly. The shield inhaled sharply as his member throbbed. Why does this keep building? Letting go of the cock, Noctis rested a hand onto Gladio's firm thigh while his free hand pulled down the front of his pants, exposing his own hardened length. Well, that's if Gladio could even see it. With the hand that rested on Gladio's thigh, Noctis went on to grab the bigger man's ball sack while his mouth sucked. His tongue teased the upside of the cock. His teeth lightly stroked the delicate flesh in the process as well. There you go. You're doing great, Noct. Just like I taught ya. Seemed like Gladio didn't only teach Noctis about fighting, but also how to give him good head. Gladio pushed back and forth, eventually starting to fuck the prince's throat. A little coughing's fine. Breathe through your nose. There you go. Fuck, your throat feels so damn good. Gladio praised his lover over and over, making sure he was able to endure the blowjob. He loved the hands all over him, letting out a few hisses of pleasure in the meantime. Beginning to jerk his own cock to this, Noctis's eyes watered with tears as the rough face fucking, and even his nostrils flared with a watery substance. His face flushed a vivid crimson from the coughing, and the little prince even gagged at least twice when the cock entered his tight throat repeatedly. Drool escaped his lips, trailing down his chin. We went up a level, holy fuck. Gripping a fistful of those black locks, Gladio kept a firm grip on that skull with both hands now. His crotch pounded the prince's face, while his 9-inch cock repeatedly fucked the throat. After a while, Noctis stopped coughing, as his poor throat now started to endure the length. The dark-haired male reached up with both hands. I can't see, where was I? Where was I? This doesn't go away. I need a tissue. Oh. Ropes of sperm expelled into Noctis' throat, filling his mouth, and drools of white spunk even flared out from Noctis' nostrils. That's so anime. Okay, I think this one's subsiding. That's the end of that fanfic though. We're gonna need another one. Final Fantasy 7 erotic fanfic. You'd think probably the first one to pop would be Cloud and Tifa. But apparently the most highly rated one, I read the first 2 paragraphs just so I can get to the juicy bits, and apparently it's about Yuffie and Red 13. There's a big clump of hot sauce right in that little dip there. I'm gonna die if I bite into it, but like, if I bite into it, it's content, so. Oh my god, Yuffie exclaimed as she stared at the enormous pink and red mottled cock that had been unveiled between Nanaki's leg. It had to be the largest dick Yuffie had ever seen, and by no small margin. Even the glimpse she'd caught of Barrett's organ was nothing compared to Red 13's tapered behemoth. Red eventually regained himself, rolled back onto his paws, and leaped back on the futon. After a brief silence, which felt like an eternity, his singular eye met Yuffie's gaze. It's mating season, he said by way of explanation. I've been avoiding the group because whenever I'm around you or Tifa, well, he looked downwards. Have you tried? You know. Yuffie made a jerking motion off in the air. In response, the hound sat on his haunches momentarily and presented his paws with a frown. Oh, right. She couldn't help but look down at his enormous cock and hefty balls before he resumed his position on all fours. Either this one isn't hitting, or it's a really slow builder. So I'm just gonna sit on it for a minute or two, just in case it builds. I'm horrified of this wing right now. I probably won't make it through the story with this one, I'll be honest. Oh man, it's instant. Mating season only comes every few years for me. But it lasts for some time, and it's very inconvenient. My musk and especially my fluids contain pheromones which arouse females. One sniff of an aroused female and I'm stuck like this for a few hours. But I thought you said it happened whenever you're around me or Tifa. Yuffie probed. Red nodded. As I said, one sniff of an aroused female. She rolled her eyes at that. She might have gawked at a few of the bulges on the beach, but she hadn't actually been gushing since they arrived in Costa del Sol. And here Red was clearly thinking that his pre was getting her hot and bothered. Then she had an idea. Turnabout was fair play after all. So what if one of these aroused females were to say, Yuffie plopped herself next to him on the futon. Sit right next to you, she asked teasingly. Peering underneath him, the ninja girl took another look at his weird canine dick. She grinned as her close proximity seemed to have had the desired effect. God, it's getting even thicker. Hey, roll over, I want to check something. Oh, fuck, it keeps going! Panting, Red 13 nervously complied, his steel-hard cock pointing directly towards the ceiling. With Yuffie so close to it, pre-cum had begun to bead at its tapered tip to dribble down along its length. The heady scent of his pre-cum filled her nose and made her what is that saying? I can't see. I got tears in my eyes. Where was I? Fuck this. Give me my fucking ice cream. Oh, that's a million times better. I don't even know where I was. Why does it stop burning? Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Why did I take such a big bite? Fuck. Oh, that was a mistake. Yuffie paused to consider, debating just how far she wanted to take her prank, but ultimately she wrapped both hands around it. Slowly she began to run both hands up his length, a task made easy by the amount of pre-cum which had accumulated on the shaft. Then she brought them back down, just lightly tracing his cock with her fingertips. She repeated the motion, growing faster and faster, and gradually tightening her grip, moving from soft caresses to firm jerks. Yuffie, I'm gonna... Red winced. He trembled in place as the pressure built up deep in his pelvis. The bulge at the base of his cock. Ooh, that hits the back of the throat. Okay. The bulge at the base of his cock, his knot, suddenly expanded obscenely, and Yuffie let go of his dick. Perfect timing, she thought. Red thrust his hips skyward on the verge of an orgasm that he couldn't quite reach, and was about to find himself with what Yuffie considered a most deserved case of blue balls. That's harsh, man. That's for calling me an aroused female. Like I'd ever get turned on by a doggy dick. She flashed him a mischievous smile. Well, I think I'm gonna head back to the beach. You can join us when you get this thing sorted out. She emphasized her point by giving his cock a smack with the back of her hand, which had the unexpected effect of pushing him beyond the edge she'd so mercilessly been dangling him over. Oh, this is a slow burn. This sucks. Oh. Okay, that's pretty hot. Backed up as he had been, a veritable geyser of cum shot forth from his cock. The first shot rained down over Yuffie and doused her hair. The second got in her face and in her mouth. The next few painted her chest and stomach, and no shortage matted the fur surrounding Red 13's crotch. God, it's all over me, Yuffie exclaimed as she coughed, sputtered, and swallowed. Why? Why would you? What? She wiped a thick rope of jizz off her eyelid and looked down at the panting hound in disgust. Serves you right, he panted. Alright. I'm gonna do this the proper way. Just for you, Sean Evans. That'll do. I don't need more than that. I'm good with that little baby drop. That dab went directly on my tongue. Okay. As she looked at her cum-coated reflection, she unconsciously licked her lips, taking more of the bitter substance into her mouth, which she reflexively swallowed. Did I just do that? Yuffie thought as she realized what had happened. Mortified, the blood drained from her face. Red 13 had been talking about pheromones, and she had just had more than a whiff of his semen, not to mention the fact that some of his bestial seed was in her stomach. Wasting no time, she stripped off a green crop top and threw it to the floor, knowing that her new exposed nipples were stiff with desire. Clearly, she needed to avail herself of this drug-like cock snot as soon as possible. In a moment, she had stripped everything but her bangle and had the annoyingly low pressured shower head running with suitably cold water. Oh God, as she ran her hands over her body, she felt a heat welling up inside her to combat the chill of the shower water. She allowed her hands to explore her body, kneading at her breasts and rubbing her crotch, as humiliating as the situation had been. If you couldn't remember the last time she was this horny, she looked down at her hands, which were coated in Red 13's cum. While the pathetic stream of the shower was slowly watering down the semen, it wasn't yet diluted. I can't speak! Oh, fuck! Oh, this is so fucked up, man! Oh, God! It wasn't yet diluted enough to simply run off her body. Instead, she had simply been rubbing it into her skin and spreading her friend's jizz across her body. Dude, I'm crying. Oh, fuck. Oh my God. Help me, Jesus. Oh, fuck this. I'm done. Goodbye.